To see everything that happened to me regarding my experience with this doctor in this medical practice, you can see my documentation at YouTube channel My Medical Nightmare. Alright, this is an employee review as posted to the Indeed.com website. This is for American Family Care, AFC Urgent Care. They describe themselves as a clinic having pioneered the concept of convenient patient-centric healthcare with more than 300 clinics and 1,500 in-network physicians caring for over 6 million patients per year. This is as of 2023. I was a patient of AFC in Birmingham, Alabama, USA, and following this latest review, I'll give some details about my own negative experience. I went there with a broken skull injury I almost died from, and I was misdiagnosed. Had an x-ray taken, was told no injuries appeared in the x-ray, didn't trust what their doctors were telling me, went and got the original images. I'll put the images up here. You can see for yourself. I've got evidence of head trauma I was not informed about for my $175 cash payment. Subsequent MRI and CT confirmed the fact that I had broken the underside of my skull. Went back to AFC about correcting their error. They would do nothing to help me. No refund, no apologies, no corrections from their doctors. This review was submitted by a recruiter formerly employed on July 21st, 2024. The headline reads, "The corporate office is very toxic." They write, "At times I loved working here, but overall would recommend not working here. A pro to me was the locational feeling of an inclusive team environment. After being there over a year, it went away." Here's another posted by a currently employed medical assistant on August 24th of this year. Mount Vernon, New York State. The headline reads, "Horrible." They add, "The worst place I ever worked. This is not the place to go if you're looking to grow and learn." What is the most stressful part about working at the company? The owner is the worst part of working there. He is very much petty and will never talk to you about nothing and will take your job away from you for the lowest thing. What is the work environment and culture like at the company? The other med assistant always talk about people and make you feel like you don't belong in corporate, won't help with nothing. What is a typical day like for you at the company? Stressful and will cause you anxiety. Another review posted by a currently employed medical assistant in Danbury, Connecticut, August 16th, 2024. "If it were not for someone reporting to the Department of Health that no one was getting breaks, we wouldn't have a break." They write, "Pay rate does not compensate for the work expected. The company just cares about money and not the employees. The raises are absurd and offensive. Not much room for growth or advancement. Things were better when the company was privately owned versus now that corporate has taken over. Morale is low, employees are burnt out." A final review posted by a medical receptionist currently employed out of Norfolk, Virginia on August 31st, 2024. They write, "The managers are hypocritical, often telling you to do one thing and then doing the opposite, or telling you not to do something they regularly do. Employees are expected to work up to 13 hours a day, but managers rarely work above 7 hours." The Better Business Bureau is another great location on the internet to get some opinions on customer and patient experience with businesses, and this includes medical practices. AFC Urgent Care currently has an F rating on their profile, 76 customer reviews. Many of the reviews are also complaints. 174 complaints in the last 3 years, 50 complaints in just the last 12 months. And remember, AFC Urgent Care has around 300 to 350 clinics nationwide in America as of September 2024. An interesting thing about AFC Urgent Care and the Better Business Bureau, they are not BBB accredited according to their profile. And along those lines, they do not respond to Better Business Bureau complaints. Yeah, if you look at my situation and what happened to me, what you'll see again and again is current medical providers and practitioners around Birmingham, Alabama, they choose quantity of patients and potential sources of money and income over quality. And by doing so, they overlook potentially life-threatening injuries, for example. They don't give the proper amount of attention to each and individual customer and patient. And this is a big problem that needs to be reversed in the United States of America. We need further healthcare reform. And here's yet another example of the bad way in which AFC Urgent Care, American Family Care chooses to engage in their business. Back in May 2022, I tried to contact this doctor whose name appeared on the top of medical records that I requested from American Family Care. And this was in regards to a misdiagnosed x-ray of my skull that I had done in 2019. Blake Thomas, MD's name, appears here as supervising the nurse that facilitated the x-ray in the AFC clinic. This is Kimberly Kelly. And he should have also been checking over the work of radiologist Dr. Anna Maria Eknick, MD DABR, which the x-ray was outsourced to through Experity. You call the phone number under this doctor's name on the radiologist report, it leads to Experity. This doctor and subsequently the nurse told me I had no injuries appear in this x-ray. I'll put the actual images in this video so you can see the truth regarding this matter. I have around a 3-inch in diameter translucent oval here. This is visible in a standard x-ray. No contrast was used in this scan. Subsequently, I discovered in further MRI and CT that I had broken the underside of my skull. And the translucent oval that you can see in the AFC and Experity x-ray, this shows up as infection surrounding the main wound. I tried to contact this doctor to get this x-ray scan looked at again because I paid $175 for this visit and I got a misdiagnosis here. This is not helpful if you're a medical patient seeking treatment with doctors and nurses, in this case licensed in the state of Alabama. I found that this doctor was located at the American Family Care Clinic in Cobble Village off Highway 280 in Birmingham. I tried to call this doctor's office. It was then that I found out by talking to the receptionist. Every individual that worked in this location that I spoke with, they used a nickname, a false name, or a pseudonym. In trying to reach Dr. Blake Thomas, MD, I was put in touch with an individual who identified himself as the office manager of this clinic, and he went by the name Sadler, Saddler. I later found out after my call with this office manager that I was in fact speaking with the state of Alabama licensed medical doctor Christopher Blake Thomas, who I was trying to reach in the first place. So he gave a false name. And I found this out very simply. You can hear my recorded calls with this individual. And Dr. Blake Thomas gave a television interview with Birmingham, Alabama, TV station WVTM Channel 13. Listen to the two voices, and they are identical. I believe that a medical doctor identifying himself under a pseudonym is against the law in Alabama, and possibly other jurisdictions as well. This is a type of fraud. I'm not very happy about my experience dealing with this individual. Yeah, and trying to get that x-ray and the misdiagnosis looked at again, the office manager, again, a false identity that this doctor was using, he told me that he could do nothing to help me fix this situation. No refund of my $175. He wouldn't go to the medical doctor or Xperity and have this situation looked at or reversed. He told me on the phone, you can hear this recorded, there's nothing he was going to be able to do to help me fix this situation. And this is real bad news, because that injury that I had, I almost died from in 2019. This is totally unacceptable as a medical patient. AFC as well, I contacted. They would not help me with this situation. I talked to Xperity. They would not help me fix this situation or correct this. And basically, I was ripped off as a customer and a medical patient. I went to the Alabama Board of Medical Examiners and filed complaints in this situation. They would do nothing to help me with their oversight. Totally useless. They're lazy. No doctor worth their salt should work for this place.